Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night.
Lucky 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And his first carry, he loses the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline?
Detroit!
Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long.
Gun! Set! Blue landed!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Spinning away. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw left side complete. That's Mack. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a carry from Mack. And I think the ball's out.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The drive will start with an option going left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taken in at the 22. And just shutting him off there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Detroit!
Throwing again is Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be... After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to let this one go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. Here's Mack. He's to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, good move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll go on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hold, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Takk McKinley in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Detroit! Over!
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
on second down. Here's Watson. And it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now it's Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It's fielded at the 45. Negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Gun! Now let's go! Blue 90!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Leopard! Detroit!
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Over. Detroit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They get it to him running left. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw is Watson. Out to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
On third down, it's Mack. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10.
3-19! 3-19! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And the Steelers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back. And this is caught at the 20. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 52 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. He's at the 50. He can't get him down. Past the 20, 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it 21-8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely.
And that's caught inside the 30. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Here's Watson on third down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On second and 10, Watson is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Third and long, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hold this.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run to Mack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw on second is Watson.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up. But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And the Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spins past him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Stanley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Back now in Baltimore. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, when he was a little tired, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And the Steelers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Leopard! Leopard!
From the 50, it's Watson. Great. It's caught inside the 25. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what I'll put.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
3-19.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the Ravens taking the field.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll set up to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now Mack. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 3rd down, it's Mack. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh, too.
Turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Over.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! No. Check. Patriot!
After the interception, here's Watson. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Over, 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 over!
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Forced out to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Watson. And it pops breaks free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense, I think. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Steelers on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is third and 14. Here's Watson. Trying to improvise. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here's Mack on the toss.